Every year, millions of people walk across a stage, throw their cap in the air, and step into what should be the most memorable night of their lives. But for some, that celebration was the last thing they ever experienced. From a 16-year-old girl who wasn't even the target, to a staircase that gave way under the feet of people who were just trying to celebrate. These are the moments where the party marking the end of one chapter became the end of everything. We start with Andrew Farias, 18 years old, San Marcos, Texas. The kind of person who made an entire stadium stand up. A football player for the San Marcos Rattlers, his number, Black 13, was known across the whole school. He had concrete plans for August, start at Texas State University to study construction engineering. On Friday, May 23, 2025, Andrew walked across the stage in his cap and gown, received his diploma. His family watched from the bleachers. Less than 24 hours later, he was on the ground outside a graduation party in Uland. According to the Uland Police Department report, around 1 a.m. on Sunday, a fight broke out among attendees at the celebration at a house on Rocky Road. The situation escalated when someone pulled out a gun. The shot hit Andrew. By the time paramedics arrived, there was nothing left to do.
After the loss of Andrew Farias, a former football player at San Marcos High School and a recent graduate.
I had just, watched him walk the stage online. It was everybody, my whole family, we cheered for him when he walked the stage. We were so proud of him. He wanted to continue his education. He wanted to get his degree and be successful in this life. And,
What makes this case different? The shooting was captured on a surveillance camera. According to the court affidavit, the shooting was caught on camera. That's what allowed investigators to identify the suspect in less than 24 hours. The DA arrested Chad Lee Gardner, 18 years old, and formally charged him with murder. He was taken into custody in Austin with help from the Texas Rangers. The following Tuesday, Andrew's teammates filled the football stadium. His highlight reel, family photos, and senior year moments played on the Jumbotron. Coach Tom Carroll said something that summed it all up. He played courageously, and he lived courageously. Note what was lost over an argument that had nothing to do with Andrew in the first place.
Seeing him fall to the ground was just the hardest thing, and then the last thing he did was grabbed my fingers, looked at me, and closed his eyes. I'm glad he knew I was with him until the end.
His girlfriend, Mariana DeLuna, said something on camera that's hard to shake. Me seeing him fall to the ground was the hardest thing. The last thing he did was grab my fingers. Andrew was 18 years old. His jersey number 13 was officially retired that week. And if you think that's the only case where a fight that had nothing to do with the guest of honor ended this way, wait until we get to the next one. While Andrew Farias was the center of his own celebration, Bre'Asia Powell wasn't even the name on the invitation. Bre'Asia was 16 years old, a student at Benjamin E. Mays High School in Atlanta. Her mom described her as a superstar. She had a job waiting for her the following Tuesday through the City of Atlanta's Youth Employment Program. On the night of May 28, 2023, there was an unauthorized graduation party in the parking lot of that same school. Around 100 people. It was almost 1 a.m. Out of nowhere, a group of young men dressed in black arrived at the party. Someone gave an instruction. Someone turned on a flashlight. And the shooting started.
Outside Benjamin E. Mays High School early Sunday morning when she was shot and killed.
There were no prior altercations that led to this shooting. There was nothing that Bre'Asia did to cause this, to bring this about, to incite this. This was an unfortunate tragedy that has shaken our family and friend circle to its core.
When prosecutors reviewed the scene during the trial that began in December 2025, they found 119 shell casings from at least 18 different weapons. Bre'Asia was shot in the back. She was running. Police were clear from the beginning. She was not the target. She was simply someone there to celebrate. Her mother, Nicole Williams, confirmed it on camera. The guys came through and just had a shootout with each other, and she got caught in the crossfire running. 4 people were arrested. All of them were teenagers at the time of the incident. 4 minors with 18 weapons between them at a graduation party at 1 in the morning.
And they say right now they just want space and privacy. The death of 16-year-old Bre'Asia Powell has had the city of Atlanta mourning for weeks. She was shot outside Benjamin E. Mays High School on May 28th.
Ms. Powell was at this event with
Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens, who himself graduated from that same school, spoke publicly that same day. Students deserve to enjoy a safe summer. The problem is that nobody at that unauthorized party expected this to happen. And yet it did, because every condition for it to happen was already in place. Now, up until now, we've seen cases where someone made a bad decision with a weapon, but the next case has no clear villain, just a structure that gave way at the worst possible moment. June 7th, 2025. Portsmouth, Rhode Island. The Portuguese American Citizens Club, a historic event venue on Power Street, opened its doors for a graduation party. Inside, 75 people, families, young people, a normal night of celebration. At 5:34 in the afternoon, police received multiple 911 calls. The concrete landing at the top of the exterior north staircase of the building, the one that led to the second-floor entrance, simply detached from the wall. It fell downward, perpendicular to the ground, trapping 2 teenagers underneath it. One was 15 years old, the other 17.
Responders. It was all hands on deck in Portsmouth as multiple fire departments and police responded to a partial building collapse Saturday evening.
Fire department received multiple 911 calls around 5:34 this evening, reporting a partial building collapse with people trapped underneath a front stairwell, concrete stairwell.
The stairwell
Video from the scene, broadcast by WJAR, showed the front staircase completely collapsed, with the small portico above it also brought down. Firefighters from 4 different cities responded. The 15-year-old girl, a student at Portsmouth High School, did not survive. The 17-year-old was taken to the hospital in critical condition. A 49-year-old woman and another person also suffered significant injuries. Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee posted on social media that his heart was with the Portuguese community and everyone affected. The Portsmouth Police Detective Division opened an investigation to determine if criminal factors were involved. The club issued a statement expressing its sorrow. Nobody, as of the reporting of this documentary, has answered why a concrete platform at an active event building had not been inspected.
Thanks for staying up, everyone. I'm Dan Janey.
And I'm Emily Voles. A 15-year-old girl also died in that incident. The Night Team's John Perrick is live in Portsmouth with the story. John?
Emily and Dan, Erin Delgado's dream is to go into the Navy. Tonight, though, she's in a hospital room. Part of her right leg is amputated, and she's lost one of her best friends.
A celebration in broad daylight, a concrete staircase that was used regularly, and a 15-year-old girl who didn't come home. What makes this case especially hard to process is that this wasn't unexpected in a broad sense. Old structures give way. That is known. What is impossible to understand is that nobody had checked it beforehand. And if a concrete staircase in Rhode Island was enough to end a celebration, in California there was something even more disturbing. The night someone decided their phone was more important than the steering wheel. July 21st, 2017. Obdulia Sánchez, 18 years old, was driving from Fresno to Stockton, California. In the back seat were 2 14-year-old passengers, including her sister Jacqueline. Neither was wearing a seatbelt. Obdulia had her phone in her hand. She was live streaming on Instagram. In the video, she can be seen singing, dancing with the wheel, not watching the road. What nobody knows, until it's too late, is that earlier that day they had come from a party where, according to witnesses and the case record, alcohol had been consumed. The car veered off the road, went through a barbed wire fence, overturned in a field. Both passengers in the back seat were ejected from the vehicle.
February, Obdulia Sánchez was handed a more than 6-year sentence from that deadly collision near Los Banos. She was convicted of a gross vehicle manslaughter, while driving under the influence. The California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation says Sánchez was released a week ago.
Jacqueline Sanchez, 14 years old, did not survive. What makes this case different from all the others? The moment of impact was captured in Obdulia's own live stream, and what followed was too. After the crash, Obdulia kept filming. In the post-crash video, the California Highway Patrol confirmed she said, "I killed my sister. I know I'm going to jail for life." Merced County's Chief Deputy DA stated the video would be a key piece of evidence. The video is very disturbing, a CHP officer told ABC News. Commander Chuck Mosley confirmed to ABC News that Obdulia was live streaming at the exact moment of the crash.
All right, so this story just entered the newsroom, developing right now. Early this morning, Stockton police were trying to stop a car for a violation near Rosemary Lane. Now, the driver led him on a small chase.
In February 2018, a judge sentenced her to 6 years and 4 months in prison for vehicular manslaughter, DUI, and child endangerment. She was released in September 2019 for good behavior after serving 26 months. 1 month later, she was arrested again. Jacqueline Sánchez was 14 years old. She was in the back seat of her older sister's car going to a celebration. She didn't choose to skip the seatbelt because she wanted to take risks. She was a child in the back seat. That's what weighs the most here. This wasn't an inevitable event. It was a series of decisions that one person made and another person paid for. And if you think everything we've seen so far was extreme, the final case combines something none of the others have: a structure that gives way, video recorded in real time, and 7 people who never went home. March 2nd, 2021. Public University of El Alto, La Paz, Bolivia. Students had been summoned to an assembly in the Financial Sciences building on the 4th floor. The context matters. The university had no in-person classes due to COVID-19 restrictions. Even so, authorities had called students in. Many arrived that day to what they thought would be a routine university event. Some were coming from end-of-semester celebrations. The 4th floor hallway was overcrowded. Too many people trying to enter at once through a narrow corridor. The safety railing, the only barrier between the students and a 16.7-meter drop, began to give way under the pressure. The building's security cameras captured the exact moment. You can see the group of students pressing forward in the hallway. You can see the railing bend, and then the void. 11 people fell from 16.7 meters. 3 died on the scene. 5 others were rushed to hospitals in critical condition. As the day went on, the numbers kept updating. By the end of the day, Bolivia's National Police Commander Johnny Aguilera confirmed in a press conference: 7 students dead, 4 men and 3 women, all between 21 and 23 years old. Luis Arce posted his condolences and called for a prompt clarification of the facts. The victims' parents came out demanding an investigation, because if the building had known structural issues, why was a mass assembly called? Why was there no crowd control? Why did nobody check the railing before packing that hallway with people? 7 families in Bolivia waited for their children to come back from a university meeting. Not a party, not a night out. An assembly at their own university. And that, perhaps, is the quietest and most devastating thread running through every case in this documentary. Most of these tragedies didn't happen because someone wanted to cause harm. They happened because someone didn't take the necessary precautions. Because something that should have been checked wasn't. Because a warning sign was ignored. Because someone put their phone before the steering wheel. Every case you watched today was documented. Real. Verified by authorities, news outlets, and court records. Andrew Farias walked across the stage on Friday. By Saturday, he was gone. Bre'Asia Powell was supposed to start her new job on Tuesday. She never made it. A 15-year-old girl in Rhode Island climbed a staircase at 5 in the afternoon. She didn't come back down. Jacqueline Sánchez was in the back seat of her sister's car. No seatbelt. 7 students in Bolivia went to a university assembly. They fell from the 4th floor. The celebration of the end of a chapter should be the beginning of the next one. But when a structure fails, when someone makes an irresponsible decision, when there's no crowd control or no safety check, the celebration becomes something else entirely. That's what this documentary wants to leave you with. Not fear, but awareness. Because the next time someone organizes or attends a celebration like this, there is almost always something that could have been done differently. Something that could have been prevented. Almost always.